I really want you to listen to Kennedy in Germany this past Saturday, because here in Italy, in the television and in the journals, this news was not published. I found it myself yesterday watching a channel that has news in Italian concerning many different things. But listen to Kennedy in Germany.
About political freedom, this is the opposite of Nazism. Oh, governments love pandemics. They love pandemics for the same reason they love war, because it gives them the ability to impose controls on the population that the population would otherwise never accept, to create institutions and mechanisms for orchestrating and imposing obedience. Now, I'll tell you something. It's a mystery to me that all of these big important people like Bill Gates and Tony Fauci have been planning and thinking about this pandemic for decades, planning it so that we would all be safe when the pandemic finally came. And yet, now that it's here, they don't seem to know what they're talking about. They seem to be making it up as they go along. They're inventing numbers. They cannot tell you what the case fatality rate for COVID is. That's basic. They cannot give us a PCR test that actually works. They have to change the definition of COVID on the death certificates constantly to make it look more and more dangerous. The one thing that they're good at is pumping up fear. 75 years ago, Hermann Goering testified at the Nuremberg trials. And he was asked, how did you make the German people go along with all this? And he said, it's an easy thing. It's not anything to do with Nazism. It has to do with human nature. You can do this in a Nazi regime. You can do it in a socialist regime. You can do it in a communist regime. You can do it in a monarchy and a democracy. The only thing a government needs to make people into slaves is fear. And if you can figure out something to make them scared, you can get them to do anything that you want. 50 years ago, my uncle John Kennedy came to this city. He came here to Berlin because Berlin was the front line against global totalitarianism. And today again, Berlin is the front line against global totalitarianism. My uncle came here. He proudly said to the people of Germany, Ich bin ein Berliner. And today, all of us who are here today can proudly say once again, Ich bin ein Berliner.
Und wir alle heute können stolz sagen, ich bin ein Berliner.
You should really look into this presentation. It's 10 minutes or so, the one that I found here in Italy. But maybe you in the United States or in a country where they speak English, like Great Britain, South Africa, Australia, you should watch this presentation. Because Kennedy, this Kennedy is a respected Kennedy, if you know what I mean. He's a very humanitarian man. He's a human being. He's not a politician. He works for an organization to protect children in the United States. My difference is very important. Fear has been set on the church. A Chinese virus has conquered the church. It's persecuted Christians, have put the economics of many countries at risk, and has killed people, because it is true, has killed people from one way or another, even though they may say it's not as strong as they say, but I believe that there is a virus in this planet Earth. My dear friends, let us seek the truth. Let us not be afraid. Let us have the gift of discernment and ask, Let us ask the Holy Spirit what's going on. Let us have the ability to discern the events and the times. Bless you.